Welcome back to Rise Up Voices from the Front Lines. Today's episode is a KidSAFE Children's Resilience Edition, Backpacks and Battle Plans, helping kids feel safe in unstable times. I'm Krista Fee, and today we're walking into one of the most important spaces we can ever enter, the emotional world of a child. This episode is titled Backpacks and Battle Plans because when the world feels unpredictable, our kids don't just need protection, they need preparation. They need presence, and they need the kind of emotional armor that doesn't come from fear, but from empowerment. Why crisis readiness matters for kids. I invite you to imagine this, a world where every child knows what to do when something unexpected happens, not just because they rehearse it, but because their nervous systems has been gently and consistently shown that they are not powerless. Too often, children are either shielded from all knowledge of crisis or overloaded with fear-based messages that they don't have the tools to emotionally process. Neither extreme helps. What supports them is thoughtful preparation rooted in connection, regulation, and realistic readiness. In trauma-informed child development, we know that predictability and empowerment equals safety. And safety doesn't just live in locked doors and safe zones. It lives in body memory. It lives in rituals. It lives in what they believe they are capable of doing. Neuroscience plus safety signaling. When a child perceives a threat, their amygdala, the brain's smoke alarm, activates. If they've never had any practice or safe exposure to even the idea of crisis, this activation feels catastrophic. This activation can be the difference between life or death. A child whose nervous system puts them into shutdown or freeze can have deadly results. But when we give them small, supported opportunities to rehearse readiness, whether that's a fire drill, an emergency contact role play, or even knowing where their safe adults are, we help shift their nervous system from panic to possibility. This is how we build a regulated child, one whose prefrontal cortex is still online even in times of stress. That doesn't mean they won't be scared. It means they'll still have access to their tools. Tools for resilience, building their backpack. Here are a few powerful ways I invite you to support a child in becoming more resilient and ready. The emotional go bag. Create a real and metaphorical bag filled with emotional tools. Fidgets, comfort items, a photo of someone they trust, a grounding scent, and other emergency appropriate items. We will actually do entire segments on this alone. Creating and distributing these backpacks to vulnerable youth is one of Battle to Be's signature programs. 2, crisis rehearsals that feel like games. These turn into readiness. It's something playful and empowerment. Let's pretend the lights go out. Who do we call? Where do we go? What do we do? Let the child lead. Number 3, connection routines. These help children regulate through predictability, establish rituals, a goodbye mantra, a deep breathing buddy system, little things that become anchors when chaos hits. Number 4, normalize emotions. When they're afraid, don't rush to reassure or dismiss. Reflect on it. That sounds really scary. I feel afraid sometimes too. Would you like to do a calm breath together? Number 5, include, don't isolate, in age-appropriate ways. Involve kids in planning. Let them pack the backpack. Choose their emergency contact cards. Decide where the flashlight lives. This is a key concept. Ownership builds belief in their capabilities. Scripting safety and invite dialogue. I invite you to speak to your children or the kids in your care with language that strengthens their nervous system. You are never alone. Even when things feel scary, we have a plan. We might not control everything, but we always know how to care for each other. You are strong, you are smart, and we will keep practicing together. These scripts send a message not just to the child's brain, but to their body that I am not helpless and I have tools. So I want to close and call you to action. As we enter into another disaster and crisis season, I invite you to think of how many children right now are going to face chaos without a plan, without a voice, and without the emotional backpack that they need. That's what our crisis pods are here to change. We are currently raising $50,000 to equip pods in Texas and Chicago, each one stocked with emotional tools, safety resources, and child centers critical support systems. If you feel called to give, you can donate at battle2be.org, BATTLE2BE.org. And if this message resonates with your mission, I invite you to share it. Let's build an army of prepared, peaceful children who know exactly where their strength lives. I also invite parents, teachers, and child-focused professionals to join the waitlist for our RISEUP Building Blocks Kids community and the KidSAFE Pro Alliance. Inside, you'll gain access to our science-backed courses, training, library, and supportive peer community, and our incredible team of expert trainers, coaches, mentors, and consultants. Topics include children's resilience, crisis preparation, bullying, self-harm and suicide prevention, internet and social media safety, and our signature KidSAFE protocol, and so much more. You can follow, subscribe, or drop us a message anytime. Until next time, keep rising and keep helping us build these backpacks that hold more than supplies. They hold courage and survival. Until next time.